Welcome, everybody, to Young Citizens of the World, the largest youth icon global network where kids lead the interviews. Bonjour à tous nos jeunes citoyens du monde. I'm your host, Catherine Warren, incoming board chair, and I'm joining you today from Vancouver, the traditional territories of the Coast Salish peoples. We are so fortunate to welcome one of the most extraordinary young athletes on the planet, a swimmer who inspires and keeps redefining what is possible. Please join me in welcoming Summer McIntosh.
Hello.
Hi, Summer. You are the first Canadian Olympian to win 3 gold medals in a single games. You've broken world records, you've earned multiple titles, and you excel across every race from distance to sprint to medley. You also come from a family of Olympians. I understand that your mom, Jill Horsted, competed in the games. And I wanted to kick us off with a question about how her competitive drive shaped you as an athlete.
Yes, for sure. That's a great question. I mean, growing up in a household, knowing that my mom was an Olympic swimmer really motivated me and inspired me to become one myself. And she just, understands the sport better than most people do. And growing up, me and my sister were always very active, and we always did a bunch of sports on our extra time when we weren't at school. And I think that taught us so many values and so many things. But I've done many sports growing up as a kid, but swimming was the one that I always came back to, and especially because my mom did that as well.
It's so important to have that support, and it really sounds that you benefited from it, as did your sister. And I'm hoping today that you will share some of the other lessons that you've learned along the way. And today we have 4 student groups. They've prepared questions for you to inspire our global network of more than 1.25 million curious and thoughtful students. And first up, we're going to hear from young reporter Denise of Blessed Sacrament School in Vancouver.
Hi, my name is Denise, and how do you stay focused during your daily life and during competitions?
I'm just naturally used to being focused on the task at hand, and whatever is kind of in front of me, I really try to give my 100% to. And I think that is all because I'm just staying present in the moment, and that's really important. Your mind can kind of drift off at times, especially if you've been in the water for 2.5 hours and just swimming up and down the pool. But just to stay present, stay in the moment, not think about what you did before or after is really what you can do that will make you reach your full potential in and out of the pool, of course. But I think also just being in such a routine basis day to day in my everyday life during the week, that also really helps me stay focused as I kind of know what to expect for the next day coming up so I can kind of prepare. But also when I do say stay in the moment, of course, you want to prepare for the future and things like that. So if you have it well planned out and well scattered out, you can really stay in the moment better just because you know what's coming up as well.
Now to Highland Park Senior High School, St. Paul, Minnesota, and students Lila and Louisa.
Can you tell us about a difficult moment in your career and what helped you overcome it?
In Fukuoka, the 2023 World Championships, I got 4th in the 400 freestyle, which was probably my first or second best event at the time. I had the world record, and then going into the final, I ended up getting 4th, like I just said, and my world record was broken. So that was a really tough moment, just missing the podium and overall just not having a good race and adding quite a bit of time. When I was headed into the meet, that was on day 1 as well. Super confident in my training and thought I could, win it relatively easily. And I think it taught me that, you have to go out there and earn it yourself. And it just taught me so many different little tools to have once you do have a bad race and how to bounce back quickly from that. Headed into my next coming races and the rest of the meet, I ended up medaling and getting golds in the 200 fly and the 400 IM. So bouncing back from a not so good race as fast as possible was super important. So I learned a lot from that World Championships.
Learning from our setbacks, right?
Yes, exactly.
So important. And now from Westmount Public School in London, Ontario, Insia has a question about motivation.
Hi, I'm Intia. I would like to know, how do you balance school, training, and your personal life while staying motivated?
I mean, it's definitely a lot. I think time management is super, super important and something you really have to be super mindful of. But I think a lot of people will talk about motivation all the time, but to be honest, there's days where I wake up and I don't have the same motivation that I would like to. And I think motivation can kind of burn out really quickly. So that's when you really have to turn to your discipline and remember your long-term goals and just do it anyway, even if you're not in the best mood or not the best mindset. No matter what, just to stick to the plan and do it, and because you made that promise to yourself. So that's really what I try to think about when the motivation can fade a little bit.
Making personal commitments.
Yes,
is
for
really
sure.
what you're talking about. Yeah, absolutely critical. And finally, from Cloverdale Catholic School in Surrey, British Columbia, let's shine a spotlight on Sari.
My name is Saria, and I'm a member of the student leadership team at Cloverdale Catholic School. And my question is, what message do you want young athletes around the world to remember as they follow their dreams?
That's a great question. I wish I was asked this more. I think just enjoy it as much as possible. I mean, I cannot believe I'm already 19 and I've been swimming since I was 7 years old. So 12 years of this, I mean, it's flown by. So really just, like I said earlier, stay in the moment and enjoy it and just have fun. And, you know, you can only do the sport for so long and you're only going to be this young once. So just have fun with it, work hard and, you know, push yourself to reach your full potential, and you can look back on your years in swimming or years in school and know that you gave it your all and you gave it your best, and that can be really satisfying to look back in the end. So truly just have fun and work hard. I mean, it sounds very cliche and I'm sure you guys hear it a lot, but it is very, very true.
Enjoy the moments big and small along the way.
Yes. 100%.
That's what I'm learning from you, Summer. So you're in Austin, Texas right now, is that right?
I am, yes.
Yeah, how was that transition for you?
It's been amazing. I mean, the city is super, super cool. And training under Bob Bowman, Michael Phelps' old coach, is just absolutely a very surreal experience alongside multiple Olympic champions, multiple Olympic medalists. Every single day in training, you know, I'm pushed to be better by the people surrounding me, and we all have a very similar mindset. So it's been amazing so far, and it's a dream come true.
And what are your goals for your next games ahead?
That's a great question. I mean, Bob talks about 2028 like it's tomorrow, which I think is really important because Olympics come around really quickly, even though it's only every 4 years. But heading into 2028 under Bob, I know that there's really nothing left off the table, and I know that I can achieve anything that I really want to in the events that I choose to do. But I do hope to do 5 individual events at 2028 Olympic Games, and going into any race, I hope to get gold. So 5 golds coming out of that would be amazing, along with having some really good placements on relays as well.
Well, we'll be watching you. We'll be cheering you on from near and far, of course. And Summer, on behalf of the 1.25 million students across our channels, and especially the 8,000 teachers who volunteer their time to support young citizens of the world, we're thanking you for sharing your time, your wisdom, and your big wins. It's leaders like you with your achievements who are an inspiration, and we look forward to seeing you push these new limits, not just as an athlete, but also as a role model. You'll be uplifting and mobilizing the next generation.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.